Okay, so you have 8 minutes to do your warm up, and let's see what else do we have. Oh, you guys have homework to turn in. Okay, so you need to have your disclosure turned in and get out your homework. Thank you. Yes, I'm recording this lesson today, just because I'm going to start recording lessons. Thank you. Yeah, I only need the back page of the disclosure. Okay, thank you. Are you serious? No, you can't. It's so annoying. How come we get two like the graph one? Yeah. No, I don't know. There's a graph on both sides also. Philip's not here. He's not here. Jose is not here. Okay, we have 2 minutes left. And so why I'm recording is because if you miss a class, I will put it on my website, and then you can go and, you know, yeah. Or if you get confused and you need to go back and look at it again, you can go in and look at it, right? Yeah. Huh? Yeah. Yes, you will hear all my side conversations also. I know, exciting. And I will try and be selective between both your class and the other class, so I don't get only your class. So if you miss a class, like and you don't get what you're doing afterwards, you can go onto my website and access the lesson and look at it. I know. No, mostly you just hear me. You do hear some background noise, but not a lot. And then if I take a day off, I decided do record your lessons, so you get a, yeah, it's recording now. Okay, make a pile of warm-ups. Go back, you pick them up. Thank you. Okay, so right starts at 0, 0, over 1 at 4. And then how does it compare to the parent graph? Thinner by what? By a factor, huh? Did you not read the directions in full? Oh, we must read directions, right? It's hard to read directions? Okay. So it starts at -2, 3, has a slope of 1. How does it compare? Left 2 units, down 3, and it opens down. Okay? I have no clue what that noise is. It's something with my computer, and it won't stop. What? It is a recording, a microphone. Okay, is there any questions on you guys' homework? It was fairly easy. Okay, just make some piles and we'll collect them. And again, you have your disclosure to turn in, reflective journal, and homework, so there should be 3 pieces. Okay? That would be lovely if you could do 3 piles. Thank you. reflective journal, and disclosure. And again, on your disclosure, I only need the last page. You can keep the front pages because on the front page is information on my grading. There's my email, my website, and I believe my phone number is on there too if you have questions. Okay. 100 points. Yes. No. No. Did you read the disclosure? Okay. So today we're going to talk about graphing linear inequalities in two variables. So you should have your notebooks out. It says iPi rocking in 3.14. Instead of an iPod, it's an iPi. Okay. By the way, just so you know, the end of the term is in 2.5 weeks. In case you're curious, for those of you who have not turned any homework yet, Juan Carlos. Why? The only way his parents will, oh no, his parents will know because I'll call them. Two variables. Aaron, good? Good. Open your book. Section 2.8. Oh. Ashley, right? Is it Ashley that sits next to you? Woo! Remember the name. Are you dead now? Okay, our goal is to graph linear inequalities in two variables. Woohoo! You could have got the title from this page. I know. This was an easy lesson for me to make because I just copied it from my Algebra 1 lessons. It was so nice. Yeah, this is still Algebra 1 stuff. Well, the only thing that wasn't really is absolute value because that doesn't have to be taught in Algebra 1. It is in the Algebra 1 book, but it is not taught in Algebra 1. So, this is still review. Yeah, first quarter is basically review. Nah, I don't know. Considering you failed the first test. No, you guys aren't stupid. Okay, so graph this on a number line. Who knows how to graph inequalities? Yeah, very good. When we do the dot. Okay, and we've already done this once this year. Okay, so you should be able to do this. This is just kind of a little bit of a review. So, is my dot going to be open or closed? Open. And which way is the arrow going? Right. Done. Look, I make my number lines very simply. I don't put any more numbers than that on there. Done. They don't have to be big fancy number lines, okay? Everyone okay with that? I mean, if you want to make big fancy number lines, please go ahead and take the time to do so. Make a big fancy number line. Okay. Open or closed? Right. Okay, not too hard. The dots. Oh, you mean the arrows? Not. It depends on what side the variable is on. Okay. So you can't always say, oh, my inequality is going this way, so my arrow's going that way. It really depends on what side the variable is on. Okay. But good question. Everyone good? Can we go on? I'm sorry, Alipeti. I have fa'apoe in my class tomorrow. So, okay. So check whether the ordered pair is a solution. How do we do this? Plug them in. Yeah, not difficult, right? We're going to plug it in. So what is my x? And my y is? Good. So 4 times -3 plus 5 times 5 has to be less than or equal to 12. Can anybody want to make any bets on what the answer is going to be? It's called an inequality, not an alligator thing. But the question is it a solution? So the answer is not a solution, right? Okay. Because I've never seen on a CRT anything. Is it an alligator thing? Have you ever seen that on one of your math tests? Okay. I know. I'm just giving you a hard time. Okay. How about 6 and -8? So far we haven't done anything super hard, right? Okay. Horrible movie. It's a horrible book. Okay. So yes, 16 is less than 12. -16 is less than 12, so it is a solution. Everyone good at that? All right. No? Yes. You're welcome. It's nicer when I'm not here and you can just hear, because I'm not standing in the way, you just get to hear my voice and see me writing. Yes, -16 is less than 12, right? Considering I would rather have money than owe money, yeah. Yeah, but for some reason you guys deal with money a lot better than you do numbers. Exactly. Ready? Good. Okay, now we're going to graph on a coordinate plane. So what is the graph? Okay. This is still an inequality. And so we still have to, it's going to be a line, right? So we have to decide, the lines have to be different. Just like on a number line, we have open and closed. How are our lines different? How are we going to show them different? Okay, good. They're either solid or dashed. And how do we know which one is which? Okay, good. If it's or equal, it's solid, just like in the dot, right? And if it's not or equal to, it's a dashed line. Very good. Okay, cool. So where is the line x equals 2 at? Which 2? It's on the y-axis here. So, okay, it says so for those of you who are telling me that it's here, right? What's this x? 3, but this says x equals what? What's this x? But what's x supposed to be? So can it be on that x-axis? No. Okay, good. Okay, does that make sense? This says x has to equal 2 when? All the time. Not just one time, all the time. So x has to equal 2. So is it going to be a solid or a dashed line? Solid. On, and it goes through the x-axis. This is how you can tell. It'll go through the x-axis at 2. Yeah, a solid line. Correct. But are we finished graphing this? No, why? Because we're not. That's a good answer. Okay. We have to show where all the points less than 2 are. So how do we show that? Yeah, you just color it in. And if you really want to take the time and shade it in all beautiful and pretty, and you more than welcome to. I mean, I used to do it with a highlighter and make it look all beautiful and stuff, but you don't have to. No, you don't get extra credit. Just depends on how, you know, anal you are about making it look good. Okay. Everyone good with that? Not too bad? Guys good? Okay. What about this one? Who can come do this one for me? Go ahead. All right, Estella. Don't trip over your bag. The green or the blue work on this one? Ratchet is a tool. Y is greater than -3. A hatchet is also. Huh? Nice. Very good. Greater than -3 is above -3, not below it. Excellent. So far, not too bad? I know, this is fairly easy, right? All right, woohoo! People are going, it's going to get worse. I just know it. It's really not going to get that much worse. Honest, I promise. I don't lie. Okay. Why is this harder? Oh, it's 2 variables, so what do I have to do? I have to solve for y. To put it into y equals mx plus b. And then we can graph it, right, if it's in that form. So I want to get it to equal y equals mx plus b, right? So what do I need to do first? Add x. Good. And then I get, it is not, what do I get? Thank you. Negative y less than or equal to x plus 1. Which is, that's what you said, Celeste. That side is right. Okay? Then, am I done? No, why? So what do I need to do? Divide by -1. And what do I get? Y is greater than or equal to. Why is it greater than? Because I divided by a negative number. Great. And what do I get? -1. Good. Excellent. Yes, ma'am. Everyone okay with that? Yes, hon. just move the x over and you wouldn't have to, without a negative y? And then you would be done if it was just y is less than x plus 1. Huh? Right. Okay. How many y's do I have? Are you good with that now? Okay. Okay. So now what's my slope? What's my y-intercept? And is it a solid or dashed line? Solid. Okay. So now we're going to come over to the graph. Go negative 1, up 1, over, back 1, and a solid line. Okay. We don't know what side to color, right? So we need to pick a point. Pick a point. You could pick 2, 1. That's a great number to pick. I like to do easier math than that. If 0, 0 is available, pick 0, 0. Right? Does the line go through 0, 0? No. If 0, 0 is available, pick it. You pick any point that the line doesn't go through. You can choose any number you want, but I'm lazy doing math and I like to do easy math. Right? And I'm pretty sure that most of you guys like to do easy math. Okay, so I'm going to pick 0, 0. And all I'm going to do is plug it into here, and I get 0 is greater than or equal to negative 1. Is that true or false? I plugged it into this equation right here. Right? And 0 is greater than, it's true, so I'm going to shade in the side that has 0, 0. If it was false, do you have to shade it in? Yes, you do. As long as what if you choose the wrong side? I mean, you just chose the upside, right? Did you choose it for a reason? Why? Are you sure? For every single one? Okay, for that one. That's why we do it, to make sure. Okay? This is what your homework is going to be like. Yeah, you just pick a point that's not on the line. It cannot be on the line. So, yeah, you can pick any point. So if you pick one that was on this side and it's false, how many sides do I have to color in? I have 2 sides to color in. So if it's false, I color in the other side, right? There's only 2 choices. It's either true or false. So if it's false, you color in the other side. If it's true, you color in that side. I don't have to choose more than 1 point. Correct. Yeah. Good? All right, for sure. Next. I think there's just a couple examples to make sure you guys can do this. But it sounds like everyone's doing pretty good. And we are probably going to have enough time for you to do the homework, guess what? In here. So you might not even have homework tonight. I know, wouldn't that be nice? And then, just so you know, this is the end of the chapter. So next time we'll have a review, and the end of next week we'll have a test. Okay? Okay. I'm going to have to do the word for you to find out what it is. It's really annoying. Yeah. No, that's okay. Oh, let's see. Oh. This is a problem with recording. You have to carry this with you all the time. Okay. So let's go ahead and do this. What do I need to do first? Good. And I get y is less than. Am I done? Is y by itself? Yes, I'm done with that, right? So what's my slope? Y-intercept? Oh, dashed or solid? Okay, so I'm going to start at 2, and I go down 3 over 1, or up 3 back 1. Oh, this is going to be a much harder line to draw. And it's very crooked. Sorry. I know. If it has or equal to, it's solid. If it doesn't, it's dashed. I usually have the little tab that has the computer draw the lines, but I don't know where my little tab is. I'm going to have to find out where it's at. Are you sure I'm going to color the bottom? Okay, I always check. I know you guys just want to guess, but I'm going to check because I always check because I like to make sure I'm doing it right. So I'm going to choose 0, 0 because it's available, and I'm going to plug it in. And is 0 less than 2? Yes, it is. Why didn't I do 3 times 0? Because I happen to know that 3 times 0 is 0. So, and 0 plus 2 is just 2. Everyone okay with that? Okay, so I am going to color in the bottom half. Yeah? Did you guys get that answer? Awesome. Yes. Uh-huh. In the Y. Uh-huh. Exactly. Just like we did on the first 2 problems. Exactly. And I think that I didn't have an example for that. We're done. Okay? So your homework is page 135, 4 through 18 even, 19 through 21 all. That's 3 problems. Jeez. And 22 through 40 even. Like all, oh my gosh. Yeah, it was 3 whole problems that were all. Okay? Well, that was for Rebecca's because, she didn't know that E meant even and she thought it meant everything. Okay. Everyone good? All right. I know. I'm just moving the thing up so I can stop recording in a minute. Yes, I know it is because if, I just want to give it to people time to write this down before I stop recording. They could. But I thought I'd just round it off to 34 minutes.